Hello everyone, we are on the trading platform of the broker Quotex. We continue trading based on support and resistance levels. A clean chart. The chart time frame is 1 minute. The expiration time is 5 minutes. And the investment per trade is $50. That is, I will risk $50 on each trade to earn a certain percentage. Of course, it varies depending on the asset. Let's take a look at what's happening on the charts. Euro dollar, I'm opening a trade for a strong increase. We had an uptrend previously. And as you can see, the price has returned to consolidate, so there's a high probability that the price will go up. It's a simple situation. Euro British pound, a similar situation. Also an uptrend, and the price has returned to consolidate. We'll also do the same with the British pound dollar currency pair. Now let's see what else is happening. British pound yen, I'm opening a trade for a decrease. It's a mirror situation. We have a downtrend. Then there was a small noticeable sideways movement, a clear breakout downward, and subsequently the price returned to the lower boundary of this established range. And accordingly from there I already open a trade in the direction of the downtrend. The trading levels are working out quite well, especially in the long term. Yes, of course, there are occasionally losing trading sessions, but that's precisely why you need to have a proper, well thought out trading balance to somehow effectively compensate for any potential drawdowns. And please note, I absolutely do not trade using the martingale system. That is to say, each and every one of my individual trades is a fixed amount. Regardless of whether I lose or make money on a trade, I still continue to trade only with a fixed stake. That's why my balance doesn't drop significantly. Euro yen, by the way, I'll open a trade for a decline. There's likely to be a local maximum here. A double top is forming. Our zone is a bit smaller than I drew it, but still, and in principle, 5 trades seem to be quite enough for this trading session. So, let's get back to my risk management. I trade with a fixed stake. If I have a lot of losing trades, I don't lose much. If I were trading using the martingale system, I might have lost my entire deposit. But this way, if I have losses, I simply fix them, then I just return to trading. And because I consistently have more profitable trades than losing ones, I ultimately end up in profit in the long run, or in our foot. That is, yes, of course, I sometimes have losing trading sessions. There will be a series of losing sessions. Every trader has that. It's impossible to always make money. Losses do happen. But again, there are many more profitable sessions, and that's why I make a profit on the difference. Of course, it's harder this way, but I don't risk losing my balance. So let's take a look and see what's happening where. Euro dollar, 1.5 minutes, well that's just over 1 minute and 40 seconds. So far it's in the green. Euro, British pound, about 2 minutes left until closing. The price is in profit. 2 minutes, British pound, dollar. Here, it's still unclear. The price is moving toward the opening point. And now it's in the red, right? We just switched over. Well, let's see how it all closes. The British pound yen is confidently moving into profit. Yeah, I opened right at the very top. Absolutely perfect. Well, almost. There's just a tiny difference of 1 point, it seems. By the way, notice that I opened, well, it just happened. I wasn't really watching, but there's a good sign, a round level. So I basically opened right at that level. Round levels very often hold the price quite firmly. They really serve as a kind of beacon or even a magnet for all traders themselves. Many traders open their trades at these levels either for an increase or a decrease, or on the contrary, use them to lock in their profits. But again, this is probably much more closely related to the Forex market rather than to binary options trading. but our charts actually come from the Forex market, so it's relevant here as well. So, to put it simply, round levels often act as very strong support, and resistance levels, you should pay important attention to them as well. So in this case, at the moment, only 1 out of my 4 trades is in the red. Euro dollar, we have just 7 seconds left until it finally closes. I sincerely hope there won't be any sudden, unexpected price movements or unpleasant surprises, as sometimes unfortunately happens. Yes, the trade closes in profit. That's absolutely excellent. Euro British pound, here it's even more reliably stable. It's about to close very soon. British pound dollar decided not to return to the profitable zone and will unfortunately close at a loss. Well, whatever, as they say, that's just how it goes. British pound yen, everything is perfectly stable here. The price was never in the red, so as soon as I initially opened the trade, the price has always remained in profit. That's very, very good. Yeah. The signal worked out very well. You can clearly observe on the higher time frames that everything is progressing exceptionally well, indicating a strong and favorable trend, and it's precisely the same advantageous situation with the euro-yen currency pair. We managed to enter the trade almost at the very peak, yes, and subsequently completely captured the entire significant movement from its inception. It turned out to be a very good, profitable trading session, even though 1 out of 5 trades closed at a loss. But as I have already said, the vast majority of profitable trades will comfortably cover that significant difference and allow me to make a profit. We are waiting for the trade to close. Today our trading is quite good, very profitable, and as you can see, my balance is gradually increasing. A clean chart is of course a very powerful and effective tool, especially if you truly understand it correctly and know precisely how to find optimal entry points properly, which I also highly recommend to you. But in addition to simply using a clean chart, it's absolutely best to know how to effectively manage your capital, namely not to trade using the martingale system. A bit later, I will have a separate and dedicated video about this particular trading system, where I will explain in much greater detail why you absolutely shouldn't trade using martingale and why you should always trade with a consistent fixed stake. So our last trade has closed and the balance is already close to $2,500. Just a couple of trading sessions ago, it was $200 less, but now we're in profit. That's all from me, friends. You'll find all the links in the description to this video. Subscribe to the channel, leave your comments, and hit the like button. Wishing you successful trading. Goodbye, everyone.